Hello, it is Tuesday night. It's April 5th, 7:49. I've just finished putting together the folder for week 11. We're in week 11 right now. We just started it, and according to the new schedule, you're supposed to be working on your readings and have some due dates at the end of the week, which is now Sunday at midnight. And then week 12 starts next Monday. Monday morning, and I will have some resources up there for you. I need to open that folder. And so the assignments for week 12, including your bibliographic essay, will be due on the 17th. Let's talk about week 11 first. These readings are not, it's sort of content for you to know, but it's more ways that the Swales and the Graff readings, that's what I'm talking about. It's sort of metacognition, ways to think about academic writing and how it works. The Swales moves, or the CARS moves, and CARS is an acronym that means create a research space. Those helped me tremendously when I was in graduate school, understand how to read academic articles rhetorically, to see them as a conversation, to kind of quickly decode just from the introduction the context into which this article was responding, the other scholars or types of research that the article or the chapter or the book was in conversation with. So it helped me be a much quicker and more efficient and effective reader of academic scholarship. And the Scholars and Soundbites article, it was part of a PMLA year in review type of publication. I love everything Gerald Graff has ever written. I love his writing style. I love the topics he writes about. I love They Say, I Say. And I met him at a conference at the MLA conference recently, and I was like, oh, I just want to thank you for being you. And he was really nice. So I have a quiz that just encourages you or gives you an incentive to read both of those readings. The quiz questions over the graph are just true, false, like basically what is his basic position. And there's a matching question. Is it move 1, 2, or 3 based on some little 1 or 2 sentence excerpts I've taken from texts in the Norton Book of Composition Studies. Just looking at the introduction just to see what the rhetorical moves, those Swales moves, are in those foundational articles. So those are the readings for week 11. I primarily mean for you to use them in thinking about the research that you're reading, but you can definitely also think about the research that you're writing. And so let's talk about the bibliographic essay. That is due in a little under 2 weeks. I've spoken with many of you about where or how you're getting from your annotated bibliography to your bibliographic essay. And I had a really good question from someone on the phone today that I think should help clarify your writing task for the bibliographic essay. So I think I mentioned in the assignment that it's combining what you did in your synthesis essay with your annotated bibliography. What I mean by that is it's the It's the form or the skill or the task that you did in your synthesis essay, which was an essay, and it was synthesizing sources. So remember, my big requirement for you in that assignment was to organize your paragraphs by theme. Do not organize them by text or author. And there's no need to organize them chronologically in your bibliographic essay. Some of you are writing a historical, kind of like tracing the history of something. I don't know, you'd probably be tempted to organize text by year if you did that, so don't do that. But you're synthesizing 12, a minimum of 12 texts, or fewer if you're using some books, and written in paragraph form and essay form. So in that way, this is unlike the form of your annotated bibliography, because those were just annotations, those were not in paragraph form. and you weren't synthesizing, you were just summarizing each source on its own. With the added kind of analysis about how helpful that source would be for your project, and you don't need that in your bibliographic essay because that was like a preview of what you are writing in your bibliographic essay. But the content will be based on your annotated bibliography. You're going to take off from the sources that I approved, or at least didn't disapprove in your annotated bibliography, and you're going to add some more. So however many you had, I think it was like around 7 that most of you had for your annotated bibliography, you'll need to add more so that you reach around 12. And hardly anyone had any problems with the quality of the articles. You all were really good at researching and finding scholarly articles. That's great. You need those same kinds of sources in your bibliographic essay. So again, it's the form of an essay. Your job is to synthesize and create paragraphs or sections around common themes that you see, not text. It's not a string of summaries. And again, that the whole process, the essay plus, I'm looking at my calendar up there, the process of having it peer reviewed and then turning in the essay, that's all supposed to be done by the 17th at midnight. That's a Sunday. So I think it worked pretty well last time, maybe except for 1 or 2 people, the peer reviewing process, for y'all to just work it out on your own. So again, that'll be done in your little groups. If you're having trouble getting someone to read your paper, if you're the last one to post, that tends to be where that trouble comes up. Let me know as soon as you can. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Okay, bibliographic essay. I put the stuff in the folder for this week is mostly a bunch of links from other places. Oh, in the writing resources folder, I've already provided that to you. You have some ideas about introductions and conclusions for academic papers. I haven't been over that. I'm just putting it there for you if you get really stressed out about how to make an introduction or a conclusion. It depends on what your essay is like, if I'll even comment on how you do an introduction or conclusion. So don't worry about that. I'm not grading on it. The link I put up, just because I messed up my phone, because on the schedule it says this week we'll be looking at where is it? Readings over academic style to be decided. And I think this book is the Amazon link I have in the folder that I put up yesterday. Like I said in it, it's new. It's the binding's tight still. I haven't read it, I'll be honest, but I've looked through it. It looks good. If I ever teach a class on writing style of academics, undergraduate or graduate level, I think I would definitely reach for that one. What else do we have? Your bibliographic essay, the reading quiz, I talked about that. The discussion board response post is now posted. I just gave you some topics to converse about, and one of them is a link to the Wikipedia entry on imposter syndrome, because that is definitely related to not feeling like you speak the language of academic scholarship, because you just don't understand the context that it's in. You kind of misunderstand that it's written in a vacuum, and you don't understand why they wrote this or why they did this research, or the writing style is too difficult for you to understand. I will be the first to admit I had imposter syndrome and still have imposter syndrome sometimes as a graduate student and now an assistant professor. My dissertation advisor, a full professor who's published 4 books, she still has it too. Imposter syndrome. It's a thing. Look it up. Maybe you want to talk about it. Maybe you don't. Okay, the rest of this week I'm going to be at the 4Cs conference in Houston. So I will be checking my email every day, but I won't be as responsive as I usually am when I'm sitting in front of my computer in my office. So that's where I'll be. You can call my cell phone though. I've given you my number before. It's 512-585-4933. And if there's something, if I'm not responding or whatever, if you need to call me this week, you can do that because I won't be in my office. I don't remember if there was anything else I wanted to say. Just good luck this week, and let me know your questions about your bibliographic essay. Let's get those sorted out earlier rather than later. Okay, good luck, and I will talk to you again soon.